We know him today as Ivan the Terrible. In English, the name suggests cruelty and chaos. But in 16th century Russia, he was known as Ivan Grozny, a word closer in meaning to the formidable or the awe-inspiring. It described a ruler whose presence inspired fear, authority, and deep respect, rather than mindless brutality. Historically, he is known as Ivan IV, the first Russian ruler to be formally crowned tsar, a title derived from Caesar, symbolizing imperial and divinely sanctioned power. His reign transformed Russia into a major empire, but it also introduced a style of rule shaped by suspicion, centralized authority, and absolute control. Ivan's early life was marked by instability. Orphaned at a young age, he grew up surrounded by political conflict within the royal court. Powerful nobles, known as the boyars, competed openly for influence, while the young prince remained largely unprotected. Historical records describe neglect and emotional isolation during his formative years. These experiences deeply shaped Ivan's worldview, teaching him that power was fragile and betrayal could come from anywhere. In 1547, at just 16 years old, Ivan redefined Russian leadership. He did not simply inherit authority, he demanded coronation as tsar, asserting a claim to rule as an emperor rather than a regional prince. His early reign surprised many. Instead of ruling through fear, Ivan pursued reform. He reorganized the legal system, supported education, opened Russia's first printing press, and established the Streltsy, a permanent standing army. During this period, Russia expanded and modernized. Ivan also commissioned St. Basil's Cathedral, which became a lasting symbol of Moscow. Stories surrounding its construction have grown into legend. One popular tale claims that Ivan ordered the architects to be blinded afterward, so nothing like it could ever be built again. However, historians generally view this story as symbolic rather than factual, reflecting Ivan's fearsome reputation rather than a documented event. For a time, Ivan was seen as a capable and forward-thinking ruler, guiding Russia toward greater unity and strength. A turning point came in 1560 with the death of Ivan's first wife, Anastasia Romanovna. She was widely regarded as a calming influence on him. Her passing deeply affected Ivan, and his grief soon evolved into suspicion. He believed her death was the result of political intrigue. Centuries later, forensic studies revealed unusually high mercury levels in her remains. While this raised questions, historians note that mercury was commonly used in medicine and cosmetics during that era. The exact cause remains uncertain, but its impact on Ivan was profound. Following her death, Ivan's leadership grew increasingly severe. He restructured the state by creating the oprichnina, a territory under his direct authority. To enforce it, he formed a loyal force known as the oprichniki. They became symbols of state power and internal security. Their presence reinforced Ivan's message. Loyalty was mandatory, and opposition would not be tolerated. While this system expanded the Tsar's control, it also spread fear throughout society. One of the most controversial episodes of this period occurred in Novgorod. Ivan suspected the city of political disloyalty and led a harsh crackdown. Contemporary sources describe widespread punishment and loss of life, though exact numbers remain debated among historians. What is clear is that the event left a lasting mark on the city and on Ivan's reputation. The most tragic moment of Ivan's life occurred in 1581 during a heated argument with his eldest son and heir, Ivan Ivanovich. In a sudden outburst, Ivan struck his son, who later died from his injuries. Most historians accept this account, though some details remain debated. The incident devastated Ivan and permanently altered the line of succession. His younger son, Fyodor, inherited the throne, a ruler known more for religious devotion than political leadership. Ivan the Terrible died on March 18, 1584, at the age of 53. While some accounts mention he collapsed during a chess game, The precise cause of his death is not confirmed. He left behind a vast empire that had expanded Russia's power across Eurasia. Yet his legacy remains deeply complex. Ivan IV, known to history as Ivan the Terrible, was a reformer, an empire builder, and a ruler shaped by fear and loss. He strengthened the Russian state, but at a great social cost. His reign changed Russia forever, and his shadow would influence its history long after his death.